Hey you guys, welcome back. This is part 2 of the Young Famous and African series of my review. So let's get straight onto it. Okay, so we left off where Diamond and Nadia were two-stepping with each other, as well as Naked mentioning that we have needs, and I was like, where's the discipline and all that? Okay. Now we're gonna go on to the mom shaming portion with Annie versus Connie, which was self-explanatory on when Connie had mentioned of her daughter staying in an apartment by herself, and then of course we have Annie over here that her children is left with her mother. And while she is here while she's in Johannesburg on assignment, for as like her career wise, and of course we're filming the show, so it was like a teeter-totter effect in regards to that. And I feel like when it comes to mom shaming these days, of course there are different methods of mothering and discipline and all, but of course we are better together for us, like learning from each other and our mistakes and our experience, than just bashing one each other or shaming one another. So I'm just gonna leave it off that, because I can go all in a tangent on the mommy shaming portion as well. So okay, on to the next. Cheating. Defining cheating. Okay, this was when Diamond had mentioned that he stepped out, or mentioned to Naked and Ando about a child being born from an ex that was married at the time, and however the ex's husband thinks is his child. So, and this was piggybacking off how many children you have, and Diamond was like, I have for the most part 4. He said for the most part 4, but it may be 5 or 6. And that's when he mentioned to Naked and them about the possible love child that was conceived from a past lover, when I believe when he was dating Zari at the time. However, I have to give him credit that at least he honors the child. I'm not for sure if they have a DNA test or not, but at least he honors the child, because again, you still have people nowadays that full-blown takes a DNA test and they still don't claim the child. Okay, so and that leads on to the question of Naked saying, well, it was like Naked saying, I don't consider that cheating because y'all were not married. What that again, I was time out because what I define as cheating, if you're in a committed relationship, whether it's in a courtship or a marriage, and if you step out because you already made that commitment to that person and that you was gonna be that person, and y'all made, and I'm pretty sure y'all had conversational talks about getting married and stuff. But I feel like if you're in a committed relationship or in a marriage, and you step out of that commitment and you find fulfillment in someone else, and of course when it's done repeated times, there's going to be slip-ups, which comes a child involved. So again, whenever you're in a committed relationship or a marriage with somebody and you step out, you or that person step out that commitment, okay, and you do, and it'll be considered adultery when you're married. At this point, you step out and you cheat, and of course a baby comes into play with that, that's cheating. Okay, so I don't know how he defines cheating, but in my book, that is considered cheating. You're stepping out and you're entertaining other people, and of course, whenever you entertain enough people long enough, a baby comes about. Okay, so miss me with that. Okay, we gotta get down to the basic when it comes to relationships. Even though I have not been married yet, I'm gonna say yet because I'm speaking into existence now. However, I have taken enough courses in college, and of course I have grown up in a stable environment with two parents that has been married for 30 years plus to know what commitment. And of course, I've been in relationships that lasted at least more than 3 years, long enough to understand the value of commitment and cheating. Okay, so again, I need everyone to get clear on what cheating is and what a commitment is, because again, we have lost it when it comes to relationships and what needs to be done. All right, so again, miss me with that. It's not considered cheating when you're in a relationship. What? So miss me with that. All right, on to the next, because again, I can go on a tangent with that when it comes to relationship. Next, women making money while the men are making money. I love it. I feel like women needs to have an income, whether it's a small portion income, just like how men make their income. Again, I feel like you need to have a joint account for you and your partner, or you and your husband, to be exact. I feel like you need to have a joint account with you and your husband, and a husband has his account for his expenditures, and woman has her account with her expenditures, because of course, I'm pretty sure the joint account could be counted as a bill account. That's the account we pay bills in. And of course, whenever we have whatever is left over, we can go ahead and splurge with a shopping spree at the same time. So yes, I do believe in like 5 accounts per couple. I'll do a separate video on that. But again, I love it. The women are making money while the men are making their money as well, because of course we're better together, y'all. We're better together. There's no one up in this thing. Where you support me, I support you. Okay, there's no one-sidedness. It's all about reciprocity. Okay, again, next highlight is Diamond keeping his distance with Zari at his Arabian Nights party, while Zari is getting everything off her chest in regards to the infidelity and so forth and so on. And when she had mentioned to Diamond that the statement of "you're supposed to protect me, guide me, lead me, advise me," and I was left high and dry in the dark, and because of pride, ego, and not enough vulnerability, I was like, I get you, Zari. I get you, girl. I get it. I know exactly how you feel. However, Zari, and to a certain extent, Zari has this certain exterior where it's like overly confident, like I don't need a man to fulfill me. Rightfully so. Or I don't need a man to fulfill me. I feel like when it comes to that line gets blurred, because even though you're expressing, it seems like whenever she's expressing that and she wants the family just like he wants the family to be together as well, but at a certain sense you're giving this impression that you don't need a man at all to be secure. It was a little the lines were pretty thin on that portion, because definitely when she had that I wouldn't say debacle, when she had that argument with Annie, and she was saying at the end, I don't need a man to secure me. But at the same time, at the Arabian Nights party, when you had mentioned to him that, you supposed to protect me, guide me, lead me, and advise me, I was like, it was like a teeter-totter effect. Again, the lines will blur. So I was like, oh, Miss Zari, I love you, girl. I love you. I love you. But it's a fine line between, all the things that were mentioned. That's all I'm saying. Okay. But whenever she did arrive at his house at the Arabian Nights party, you can feel the queen presence coming in. You can feel her coming in just by the way she walked and the gracefulness, honey. You can feel it. All right. So, and as Diamond has said, whenever she comes, she is the queen. She is the queen of the house, and I have to respect that of Mr. Diamond. So, of course. All right. So, on episode 3, highlights from there was DJ Naked mentioning not getting laid because of the guilty of association, with Nadia talking to Kaylee about how she felt at the party when Zari arrived. I thought that was funny. It almost gave me the flashback. Oh my gosh, what is that movie? Why Did I Get Married? It gave me a flashback of Tyler Perry mentioning to Michael, the character Michael, like, I didn't get laid because of you. Because of guilty by association. Oh my gosh, that was I was a little tickled at that portion. But that was one of the highlights from that episode. Of course, Tubaba, he had surprised his wife Annie with Swanky's help, and you're gonna learn from this series that everybody needs a friend like Swanky, because he's very attentive to, not only he styles Annie, his friend, but he is very attentive friend as well. He loves her, and I felt like that was a great gesture for, him setting up. I'm pretty sure him and Tubaba had worked on a setup of the roses coming in and him coming and surprising Annie. I thought that was so beautiful. And of course, I believe that, that led to him wanting to renew the vows for her, with her. Okay, another highlight was Kaylee and Naked in the couples therapy. It was like dictatorship versus romantic. Naked thinks that Kaylee is being a dictator, meanwhile he is not romantic with her. And I like how the therapist had mentioned about both of them had interrupted each other while they were talking, because whenever you talking to somebody and you want them to hear you out, of course you got to be an active listener. You can't listen to anybody and you keep interrupting them. So I do like the fact that they are going to couples therapy, and the therapist have mentioned out to them like, you're not listening because you keep interrupting him, or you're not listening because you keep interrupting her. We got to be able to listen, because that is a form of communication, and actively listen so we can hear the person out. So of course I'm here for it. I love it. Okay, on to episode 4. My highlights from that is Andal and Zari getting close. Side eye. And and the other friends like Kari and Swanky and them, they were mentioning bro code and girl code. I'm gonna tell you right now, in this day and age, there's no such thing as bro code and girl code. There's no such thing. Back then, maybe, possibly, but nowadays, in the age of technology, no, there's no such thing as bro code and girl code. Why did I say that? Because nobody respects each other in their relationship. Whenever somebody is considered unavailable, people still go after that person because they feel like they can get that person. But at the same time, there's always that old saying, how you get them is how you lose them. So again, there's no such thing as girl code and bro code. I'm gonna tell you that now. And until we learn how to respect each other with common decency and honesty and communication, you can cut that off, period. So the next pointer that came from episode 4 is Naked mentioning Kaylee has to go to her home for 3 days and come back to a new Naked. I was like, what? What is going on? I'm telling you, with DJ Naked, the beginning, with DJ Naked in the beginning, you're gonna be like, oh my gosh, what are you talking about, man? But as the time goes on in the series, you're gonna grow to like him. He grew on me at least within the last episode. He grew on me on the last episode, and I'm gonna tell you why in a little bit. But when he had mentioned that Kaylee has to go to her home and come back to a new Quentin, I was like, okay, this goes into cohabitation, living with each other. So I have to give them props of them allowing space between each other, but y'all, cut the cameras. Gosh, cut the cameras. Dead ass. Oh my goodness. I had to, oh my gosh. Ooh. DJ Naked is something else. I'm gonna tell you that now. He is something else. Okay. Now on to episode 5. Swanky, this is when Swanky have the cover of the GQ magazine and review, and of course this consists of explosive entanglements, Zari confiding to Connie about going to Baba in regards to Annie being an insecure woman, because Annie had asked her at the Arabian Nights party, how did you know to Baba? And yeah, that led it to a little riff in that thing. Meanwhile, Annie is chatting with Swanky and Nadia about the incident, and Swanky pulling, and then of course Swanky pulling Annie and Zari to squash it in regards to what Zari had said to Baba in regards to. Hey y'all, this is Melinda J here, and I apologize for the video cutting so shortly. Technology has definitely not been in my favor from Monday to today, which is Wednesday, as I'm editing these videos. So of course I'm giving it to you all raw, uncut, and just doing all the fancy little things to make my video presentable enough for you to watch. So please stay tuned for part 3 if it hasn't been uploaded already, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. But as far as like the issue that I was talking about before the video ended, it was in regards to Annie getting an apology from Zari because of the fact that Zari went to Baba when they was having a little celebration of him reproposing to Annie for a vow renewal, and she was telling her husband that your wife is a little bit insecure, and of course Annie counted as disrespectful. But of course enough is enough. Just please stay tuned for the next for part 3, and I'll see you guys there. Be sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you'll know the next time I upload the videos. And please leave me your feedback in the comment section below. Okay? Bye!